Always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot woot. Hi everyone, this is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. It is Thursday, December 4th, 2025. I think it's a full moon. It's been a little zany around here today, and I am here in the studio tonight with Kathy. Come on, Kathy. Come on over.
Hello, happy full moon.
So Kathy and I are wearing our decorative t-shirts today that are just all decked out with our Zootropolis 2 characters that we're going to talk to you a little bit about later. Super, super fun. Thanks for Kathy for being with me tonight. And we just have so much fun to talk to you about. So I hope you had a great Thanksgiving, right? It's the week after Thanksgiving, something like that. It feels like I haven't been with you for like weeks, but I guess it's just been 14 days, right? Oh my goodness. So we're just going to make sure, before we go too far, make sure you can see and hear us, right? Woot woot. Oh, everybody's wooting. This is fabulous. Oh, Wisconsin polar bears. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, yeah. So thanks so much for tuning in today. Make sure to like and share and all that fabulous stuff. Oh, Kathy, can you get that plastic bucket over there? We need to do a live drawing from our Shop Small weekend. We have 5 $25 gift cards that we are going to be giving out, and so we're going to be doing the drawing live here. Woot, woot, woot. So that you know that it is legit for real. Okay, all right. So we're gonna mix and pull and all that good stuff. So first winner is Jane B. from Milwaukee. Then we have Ann S. from Lakeville, Minnesota. Cool. Well, do we just do Amy B. from Fox Point, Colleen M. from Waukesha, and Melissa Peterson, who I don't have your thing. I know that you're in our system, and I will call you with your prize. So put that in a very safe spot. We'll be sending out those gift cards right after the show. Thank you so much to everybody who was able to come out in person. If you weren't able to come out in person and were with us in spirit, that is awesome. And for all of you joining us tonight, that is spectacular. So we are going to be doing for the show with likes, shares, and comments. We'll be doing 3 $5 gift cards that we'll be pulling next week. So good luck to all of you, and thank you for watching. I think we should get started with some bundles of the week. What do you think? So it's this screen. It's been like a week, and I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Oh my goodness, it's so crazy. So let's go overhead, and I'm going to show you this really fun one. It is called Playing in the Snow. Kathy, does that sound like a fun thing?
Absolutely.
So this little crazy raccoon, he was my inspiration piece. So it was the inspiration piece that we were working with because we're talking Zootropolis, because it's snowing. Oh my gosh, we got this giant snowstorm, and like half our parking lot's gone. It's so crazy. And now it's cold. Brr. But you know what? We're in Wisconsin, and that's why we quilt, right? So that we have nice warm quilts. So here is our little raccoon guy. Then we have fun little chippies skiing. And then we have little penguins hanging out in stockings. And then we put with it some super fun fabrics. So this is some pine cones from Natal. And look here, don't these colors really work well together there? Oh my gosh, super cool. And then we have some holly, some fun green from Natal. Then we have this really cool plaid with this twine, fun background color, fun blue snowflake, and then a couple cool reds. Now, because we were on a roll and we were just cutting up all the fabric. Well, we were cutting up all the fabric and then, well, we ran out of one of them. We ran out of this one. So we have a V2 this week. So this is the main one, but let's say you didn't want holly leaves. Instead, you wanted to add in the green with the twine. That's what the V2 is, okay? V1, V2. Ooh, or you can just buy them both. So we will make sure that, did I even make sure that the pricing was right? Oh my gosh, we were getting the thing going. Yes, the pricing is right. Yeah, we have it right. You would not even believe what happens here going on behind the scenes. Oh my gosh. You know, we should have a camera one time, like running around. Kathy's shaking her head no. Like, you do not want to see the camera of how it happens before we go live. It is just crazy in a fun way, in a really, really fun way. So we have this really awesome bundle of the week, which is 12 fat quarters, amazing price of $24.99 instead of $39 or more. So every month we have a different 12-pack pattern that we include in your orders, either in-store or online, and we have a lot of fun with that. But do you know the origin of all of that fun stuff? We had and have loved all sorts of 12-pack or fat stack things for years and years and years. The 12 fat quarters are 3 yards of fabric, and we were able to snag some copies of a really fun book called 12-Pack Quilts, and Kathy has it over by her. Can you just grab that whole box of stuff so that way I don't have to bother you during the show for it? All right, so this really fun book here is called 12-Pack Quilts, and there are 12 amazing patterns in here that are super fun, super easy, really, really amazing. This had been a book that came out a few years ago from Martingale, but for those of you who have been following along in the quilt industry, Martingale is no longer. Wah, wah, wah. So this book had only been available in digital form, direct from me and my sisters. However, when I was shopping around, I found a few cases of this book that were sitting in someone's warehouse that needed to come to our store. So I was super excited to be able to rescue them and bring them here for you. So we have, for one more week, we're going to be continuing our crazy Black Friday weekend pricing on it for $15.99, and after that it will be going back up to $22.99, which is the recommended price on this book, and it is worth every single penny because that's less than $2 a pattern. So today we are going to feature one of my favorite quilts in the book called Skip, and we are going to show you 3 different versions of it. And why I'm focusing on that pattern today is that it is great because you're able to use it to focus on signature pieces like this, okay? So if you have pieces that you want to see, like big prints or fun prints or novelty prints, this is your quilt. So I'm going to wheel in 2 that you might have seen already, and then we have another bonus one. So this is really exciting. Oh, we have them. Kathy's going to quick grab them for us. So we're going to start with a super spooky one because, you know, I like Halloween, right? So this is 12 fat quarters and a background. There are these elongated 9 patches here, and then the vertical rows are offset so that there really are not a lot of intersections here, which is super awesome. And then it is a very efficient quilt that you use your leftovers around in the border. So you have literally like nothing left. So it's 12 fat quarters and a background, okay? Now a totally different look on this quilt is this one here, which would be more of a fresh cut. And then if you want to grab yours from in back, Kathy. So this one is more of, this was a curated collection that we made similar to something that you might see from a Sherry and Chelsea or Yoder or something, but this was just kind of a mix-up of things. Look at this, isn't this fun? And once again, you have 12 fat quarters, and then you have the leftovers used in your background, for your border. And that one's fun. And then I've convinced Kathy to love this pattern as well. And how many of these have you made? Have you just made one, or have you made more than one?
Just one.
Okay. So I know that a lot of us love this, and we've made other samples. We just sold a couple of them. And then this one here, this one is some Create Joy fabric. So it is super beautiful, super floral, watercolory. These are all retired fabric lines, but we do have a bunch of fabric in our floral section that looks very similar to that. So thank you, Kathy, for sharing your quilt. Isn't that pretty? And you just used, did you use a white on white? No, yeah, white on white. You could use a solid. I think we've used solid in a lot of ours. And some people have asked me, why do I do solid in a lot of my samples? There's a couple reasons. Number one, a solid is, well, for the very practical reason, oftentimes we use more of a solid or a background in a quilt than the focus fabrics. And so I can keep reordering a solid. The other point, if I'm kitting it up, a solid can be a better price point. And then there is, and so then from the practical manner of being able to reorder it, or if I used a very specific print, let's say as a background, and then I ran out, maybe you wouldn't want to make it because I ran out.
Not like Julie made.
Not like Julie made. So anyhow, but always feel free to swap out, use a print, use a solid, any are appropriate. Thank you for sharing with us, Kathy.
It's the favorite way to use your 12-pack.
All right, so the favorite way to use your 12-pack, we have a bunch of these quilts here. It is in our show notes. Oh, let me share, did I share the collection with us today? Let's see here. In case if I haven't, here is the collection page, and that has everything. And then on the top part of the section, we have the 12-pack quilts book. And I think I've also included not only the book, but a variety of different 12-packs. And, I probably should tell you this. I'm on page 8. Look at this. So I even, for this particular event, that's why I got a headshot back in the day. A professional headshot. So I don't look exactly like this anymore, but pretty similar. I still have curly hair.
Julie, if someone buys the book, will you sign it?
Well, of course I would, but don't feel compelled like you need me to sign it, because I'm just with you all of the time. All right, so those are there right now. And yes, thank you so much for sharing, for letting people know. And there, for those of you who have been with us a long time, I know so many of you already have this book, and I'm just really excited to be able to make some additional samples and such, because I had to kind of put all my quilts away and things like that from some of my favorite quilts, because I wasn't able to get you that book anymore. But at least for a little bit, we have some additional stock. Talking about that floral fabric, okay, so not exactly the same as that, but I'm really, really, really super excited. We just restocked the Dragonfly Dance from Soup Hen. I was blown away that we had sold out of this fabric. And Kathy, there are, in that stand-up tower over there, there are some Buy Annie things in this fabric, if you can get it. So what are these fabrics, in case if you don't remember? They're these gorgeous watercolory prints here that are very, very, very vibrant. There are 8 fabrics in this collection. So if you had wanted to make a 12-pack quilt from only these fabrics, I'd recommend that you pick up the half-yard pack of this one rather than just the fat quarter pack, because there's only 8 fabrics in there. So here's the one with the dragonfly. Here's another one with the dragonfly in it. Just really gorgeous and vibrant. So, and then this is a selvage to selvage print that is just gorgeous. So, lots of fun things. Now, Jackie had gone ahead and she had made up all of the by Annie new patterns in these fabrics. And I think we looked at this a couple weeks ago, maybe not. So we have here the three different patterns here. So these are when by Annie had introduced her new snaps. She came up with some new patterns. She came up with foldy locks, focal point, and snappy sleeve. So snappy sleeve, I believe. So there's a couple different sizes of snappy sleeve, and you can either put your snaps on horizontally or vertically, okay? And you can either use the by Annie snaps, which unfortunately are out of stock for who knows how long. We also have the Vario snap and rivet setting tool, which is really, really nice. And we have all of those in stock. So you can do it vertically or horizontally. And like this is fabulous for storing your papers or your tablet. Really, really nice. You also, if you want to keep organized, you can, by Annie has you put in these little vinyl pockets so that you can label things. And then we have our foldy locks, which is, this is available in a couple different sizes, but this is a really cool expandable purse here. Very, very nice. And these are all done with the Dragonfly Dance pieces, fabrics. Then we have this guy here. So this is one of the pieces. And I was like, what is this? So you can use it on your lanyard or strap to do something. But this is actually a interesting different way to store your glasses. Little glass case without shoving them in to something and then having to worry about them, like, I don't know, getting smushed weird ways. So that just helps protect your lenses. Whew, now I'm not blind anymore. And then there's this really cool guy as well to store who knows what. Your tools, lots of different options. We do have those new patterns in stock. We are waiting on more of the Bella coats and the Bella coat components, just with us talking about by Annie and the things. All right. By any chance, is there a sewing machine travel case pattern? We have, after we are, I'm going to do is I'm going to send Kathy to the other section, and she's going to check in the by Annie to see if there's anything that's remote in stock to a sewing machine case. And we'll have an answer for you during the show. All right, so we talked about the 12-pack books. We talked about the Dragonfly Dance being back in stock. Now what do you think we should talk about? I think we should talk about the really fun quilt behind me. What do you think? So the really fun quilt behind me is Zootropolis 2. And this isn't new, but this is a new again with a fun twist, okay? So what are we going to share with you today? So sharing with you the Zootropolis, I want to share some really fun pillow kits that Lisa put together. So the whole book is a follow-up to a book that Sassafras Lane had put out a few years ago, and they had some amazing animals. We did it as a fun program. It was amazing. Then what we did is Zootropolis 2 book came out, and we had done it with kitted up with a setting where all the characters are riding in a bus. There's an alternate setting where simply there is an alternate square going on, and all of their characters are also featured that you simply can put them in a pillow, okay? Whenever you're working with a fusible applique like this, you're essentially making a fabric sticker. So you can make a quilt, you can make a table runner, you can make a wall hanging, you can make pillows. You can also embellish anything you want, like a t-shirt, okay? So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about applique and how you can use applique in different manners, okay? So whether it is, whichever ones it is, you can just turn your applique into a fun fabric sticker that you're using wherever, okay? So how many of you have appliqued before? Kathy's raising her hand and letting us know. Oh, and Kathy, I just want you to quick come over. So, oh my gosh. So, all right. So the other thing too with Kathy's is that it's not just regular fabric. We put in a little bit of fur here and then put a pom-pom, like just a crafty pom-pom, stitched that on for her piece. So in the book, there are added pieces to add party hats, to put fries, to put sunglasses, different things. So Lisa drew up a Santa hat and a scarf and things like that just to make it a little bit more festive. So you can just think about how you can add and modify pretty much anything that you do. So just from a very, very basic setup here, I'm just going to go over some fundamentals of this. I'm not going to take like a billion hours to talk about it, but I just want to share with you some things that we do, okay? So there's a thing called an applique pressing sheet. It's a Teflon, like a silpat if you bake, and this helps protect your ironing board, and it's also a great surface to work on. We'll talk about how we can work with that. We are going to use a fusible. Our fusible of choice is Steam-A-Seam 2, and we have handouts in the store that we can talk about how to use it. We sell it by the yard, also by the package. I think right now we're out of the package. Totally stable. I know you can't read this from here, but we do have this new board that I made Lisa put together so that we can talk about all the different products. Totally Stable is a stabilizer that you put behind your stitching, like you'd put it behind. You don't have one on right now, it's taken off. Behind, so that when you're stitching through, the machine doesn't eat your fabric. And then we also talked about the fusible fleece and the fusible featherweight that we used in the pillow, okay? So as you're building different things, you have shapes that you trace, right? So shapes that you trace. I don't have the page set up here, but we traced the antlers, and you don't have to trace exactly how it's laid out. You can trace things according to the color that you want to have and have it be so that you have the most efficient use of your product, okay? When you are using fusibles, the Steam-A-Seam Light, I don't know if you can see it, it has paper on both sides, but there's a yellow grid just on the one side. So you draw on the side that has the yellow grid. Then what you do is, and here you can see that we used some marker because that's really easy to see. And this permanent marker, like a Sharpie or Identi-Pen or whatever, what's really nice is that when you rub your hand over it, it doesn't release. And that's what you want. You want to make sure that you have something that is permanent. A lead pencil would smear, a ballpoint pen would smear. So using a marker is great. When you are cutting, so what you want to do first is you want to fuse it on, and you're going to fuse it for 30 seconds. You make sure that it holds on tight. and then you cut it out. So when you're cutting it to the line, you have to have this oversized on your fusible first. If you have it cut out perfectly and then try to cut it out perfectly again on the fabric, that's going to cause you to have a lot of frayed edges, and it's going to be very difficult to take off. When you're cutting, you're going to cut, 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 cut. We can show you a bunch of different scissors that are fabulous for this in the store. And I recommend that you hold your, pretend my fingers are my scissors. You're going to hold your scissors in the same place and move your fabric around rather than trying to move your scissors. You're going to end up with a much smoother cut along the way, okay? After you have your pieces together, then you can start building. And when you're working on something like this, a pro tip that Lisa does is she actually draws on the shape so that she knows where to place it. You have to trace all of these out separately so that you can transfer them onto your fabric, but this can be your placement guide as well. When you are building your little animal like this, because you're going to have all of your little pieces, you are going to use something like your applique pressing sheet, peel the paper off, and you can start building your sticker right on top. Okay, so that's that guy there. You can kind of just use this as your little guide, right? And here I want him to be underneath. Okay. And so on and so forth, that you can just build him up as you're going along, okay? Does that make sense? After you're done building everything as you like, you're going to just give it a quick press to turn it into a fabric sticker. Now you don't want to press it too long because you want to make sure that it has just enough to have it stick together. Now magically, it changed animals. Wow, I can't believe just when I picked it up, it changed animals. But here's our complete fabric sticker that's all together. And doesn't this make it a lot more doable? So then what you would do is you would put it on your base piece. And the unique thing about a lot of the Zootropolis projects are that they have them so that they go beyond the border. So if we just look at the quilt here, you can see that a lot of these units go beyond the block, and that makes it look almost 3D. So that's kind of fun. What you would be doing here is you can put it on without pressing it all the way back to then stitch your pieces on. I would probably, for the case of the pillow, put my sashing on around it because the pillow piece isn't particularly big, and then go ahead and stitch around. So Lisa very, very, very carefully did a small zigzag all the way around. Before you'd start stitching, that's where you'd want to be putting your totally stable on the back side, so that when you stitch around, your machine's not going to eat it. We have these boards in the shop. We also would be more than happy to give you a walk-on demo on it. You can use different color threads for here, or you can do like I did. And I used monofilament thread, and I just kept the one thread, monofilament, went all the way around, zip, 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 super quick. It just depends on what part you enjoy. If you prefer to do a buttonhole stitch or any other kind of decorative stitch, by all means go ahead and explore that, and that would be just fine. We also have step outs and a demo for showing you how to insert this very, very, very simple zipper, and we'd love to walk you through how to do simple quilting and putting a binding on. So this is actually a really great project if you even needed a refresher on some basic how-tos of putting something very simple together, or it's a really fun little different thing to just make these fun different kits. We have some little kits together. So we have Denise the deer with everything that you need. So all the material to make it just like Lisa. And you would just add in the pillow. You also do need the book, okay? So we have this guy here, and we have this specially priced at $24.99 for everything to make that pillow just like Lisa. All the guts, including the little zipper. Or if you wanted to make Summer the seal, we have another kit just like that. Then as a bonus, if you think that this is the most fabulous thing, we do have kits of this whole quilt, which are $199.99, and that includes the book. And as our special promo, we will include both kits as an extra bonus plus the pillows. So that's like an extra $100 value of if you had wanted to get the whole kit and caboodle, we will put in both of these that are valued at $45.99 and the 2 pillows. Super awesome. But if you just wanted to make one of these, great. Or if you just like the idea, the book is available, and there are instructions of how to put the pillow together. You can use any fabrics that you wanted to, or you can also pick up the regular non-seasonal little baggies of fabric for making just the character. Kathy, does that sound like fun?
A lot of fun. I like his glasses.
So Kathy loves the glasses, if you weren't able to hear that. And so there's different add-ons in the book to be able to add different things. I have the meerkat, which we did up in funky. Lisa just put this together, and I put it on my shirt. So lots of fun different options, and I think this also would be really fun to put on a quilted coat. Anyhow, I hope you think that is fun. If you had wanted more information, please come in, and we'd be more than happy. Cynthia says a light box works great for placements. Yes, that is very good idea. We are able to special order light boxes for you. We often stock them. We do not have any in stock at the minute, okay? But light boxes are amazing. I did want to share, you don't need a light box for this particular project if you don't need it, since this is a bigger applique. There are definitely certain appliques that a light box would be required, but a light box always makes things easier. We have a variety of fun different irons in stock as well that we'd be more than happy to walk you through if you were looking to upgrade your ironing experience. It's also good to add to that holiday list. What do you think? Ooh, Well, thank you for watching. All right, so hopping back, I think Barb, you had asked, Betty, you had asked if we had a travel case. And so I don't have specifically a travel case for that, but Kathy pulled out our travel duffel bag here, which is a bianni, and this would make a great travel case. So I also know that the big tote would probably be good, but this one's really nice because you have your zipper in here, and then you have your different pockets, so you could put your feet and your cord in and different things, or your presser foot and your cord. So that is Travel Duffel Bag 2.1. And remember, all the bianni patterns do have the videos that go along with them. Makes it very, very helpful. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water, and then we're going to talk about some more stuff. Anybody have any questions? Pop them in the comments, and I will take a peek. So, all right, so let's talk about panels. So I promised you some interesting, fun, quick things. And one of the things that make up Christmas little holiday projects easier would be doing something easy with panels, okay? So Kathy is going to help us with a panel parade. So, and I actually haven't included any of these specifically. They are in the Christmas fabrics area. If there's anything specific that you have questions on, please let me know. And let's do, since we have like a billion, we're gonna do them together. So Kat, is this the flannel one? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can walk that one. So that one we've seen, that is the, which one is this? This is,
I have Snow Crew flannel.
okay, so Snow Crew, we have it 2 different ways. Okay, so come over closer to me. All right, so we have them in squares and we have 24-inch panel. Then we have another, this is a 36-inch panel. This is Christmas Cabin. This one I think would be super cool to do literally as like if you don't have room for a tree. This would be really fun with the little woodland animals. Then we're in the Adventale, which is, this is an art gallery fabrics. So this is a project panel that you can do a bunch of different things with. Kind of fun. So Adventale, that is art gallery fabrics. This is another one from Adventale. It's called Home Sweet Home. Pillows, squares to put in a quilt. I think you could make fun coasters with this. Table runner. This is Adventale. This is an alphabet. Next up, we have a few advent calendars. So if you aren't familiar, the advent calendar, and I know we're already in December, the countdown calendar, advent calendar, is where you have this long panel and you fold these up, okay, fold them up, and then you sew vertical lines so that it creates the little pockets, okay? So this is a Dear Stella, Baby It's Cold Outside. Then we have Winter Wonderland, which is a really fun Winter Wonderland. That's just a great 24-inch repeat panel. We have Penguin Party, which is super fun. These are four fun things that you could frame out for a quilt. You could have this whole thing framed out for a quilt. You could turn them into fun little pillows. Super sweet. Penguin Party. Then we have Joyful Snowman. That one's fun. Wintry, could last all season. Are there any Christmas anything on there, or is it just not really?
No, but a beautiful cardinal.
Beautiful cardinal, and it says joyful. Here, this is Joy to the World, so this is a great nativity scene. And this is a great door panel. You really could just have it be that. And then we have some coordinating block panels on this one. Now, both of these are value priced panels at $8.96 instead of $12. So this one is $8.96 instead of $12.96, and the one that I just showed you before that is $6.99 instead of $8.99. So it's great, good price. Then we have our Polar Pals block panel, and this is matches the animals that we had, right? Super fun. I love these guys. and a super cute narwhal. So, but you know, this really isn't Christmas, it's just winter. And then we have a really fun, um, we have a really fun stocking there. Really, you could, it's designed to have a front and back, but you absolutely could make it as two different ones if you wanted a left and a right. And then here, this is a Patrick Lose. And this is claws for celebration. And these are placemats. And I think we are working on some fun stuff to be able to show you how you might be able to be using either this one or the other one here in a few different ways. So this is another claws for celebration. And we have here two different placemats and then a table runner, but it's really great cheater fabric piecing, right? So really nice for the runner center, runner end, placemats over there. Super cute. We have Winter Friends, Deb Strain's line. We have it in both the dark background and the white background. Friends make the seasons merry. I love this one. We have some really fun patterns that I'm going to share with you in just a second with that. So, friends make the season merry. Okay, thank you. And I'm just going to show you quick the patterns that go with that one. So we have three different patterns. We have Friends of the Forest, Fast Panel. This is really slick. And then Among Friends. So if you wanted us to help you put together a little kit for this, we wouldn't be able to kit this exactly like it, but we'd be able to help you do something close to it. We also have some wide backs for this line, which are really nice. All right. Then we have a few different things here. So this is a Santa's Christmas Advent Calendar. So this one is a little fussier, where you cut out the little squares and turn them into little pockets. But I think that this would also be super cute to literally just use the center here. And this particular panel, I was able to get this one at a good price. So this is $5.99. So even if you really only used this center part here, that's still really, really awesome, right? So that would be something fun. You also could do some like match games with it. Could be interesting that way. What else do we have, Kathy?
Another advent calendar.
Okay, so this is the advent calendar that we saw earlier. We have this one in the cream, and then we also have it in the red. And this was value priced as well, available at only $4.99. I probably should have led in with that both the red and the cream are only $4.99 for this. So really great prices on this, and they both have metallic, so that's really fun. All right, I'm going to quick pop over and look at the comments and see if anybody had any questions, because we've been so busy showing you stuff. Oh, so can we show the flannel ones again? So Kathy is, oh, here's one here, and Kathy's going to find the other one at the base. So this one here, the flannel one, this is the Snow Crew, and these are, goodness, probably 10-inch squares. Okay, and then we have the 24-inch repeat panel, which is right here, and that is super cute. We have some of the panels, or some of the flannels on the bolt still in stock, and this does match some non-flannel fabric that we had a couple years ago, or maybe just last year, but this is a really nice Henry Glass flannel. All right, super fun. Next up, since we are in the holiday spirit, I thought I would just show you the first the kind of different table runner patterns and then tree skirt patterns. Just quick run over if you were looking for more projects to make. All right, and before I forget, this is really cool. We added this over the weekend. I had the opportunity to get some Good Tidings, which has metallic. This is 2.5-inch strip roll Andover, first quality. Kathy, look at the price on here. What does this price say?
$24.99.
$24.99. So these are on our show page. There are 4 available. This is really amazing. We kind of snuck them in there. If you like traditional things, this was great. You could do a table runner. You could do a quilt. You could make the quilt as you go tree skirt super quick, and you could use the variation of the pattern to do that. You could make a Venice table runner. Lots of great options, but it's a really good deal, and I kind of snuck it in there without telling you about it, so that's a good one to find. All right, kind of like a treasure hunt, right? Kind of like Kathy's strip table that she has there. Everybody just loves looking up all of the cool treasures, right? So let me move this over here, and let me show you some of the fun patterns. Let's take a peek overhead. Okay, so dinner party. Simple, most simple table runner, okay? You're able to just take 3 pieces of fabric, whip it together, and it makes a great gift. A little bit more fussy. Poorhouse Designs. You have the festive wreaths that you can do up as table mats, placemats, or a runner. We have this back in stock. This has been like a crazy popular pattern all year. Another fun table runner here that's a just classic year over year is the Easy Stripe table runner, where you can take the border panel of your choice and put it together. If you don't have a panel that you like, you can put fabric together and strip it together and turn it into your own border print. Woven Stars. Love this one. This is done in a previous Lala Boutique, and we have it available as a patriotic. We have this kitted back up. We had been doing this in summer, and then we ran out, and now we have it re-kitted. So if you want it as is, we have some pretty good deals on this particular one right now, but we also have the Woven Stars available on its own if you had wanted to pair it with your favorite Christmas fabric. Then we have the Modern Holidays table runner, which is super fun. You can have the variety of different Christmas, fall pumpkins, Halloween bats, spring tulips, or July stars, spring tulips, and hearts. Holiday mugs, which you could do as coasters or ornaments. This one here has been crazy popular. We have this one back in stock, and you can stash a treat in the back pocket. So like if you give gift cards, or maybe you give some of that green stuff to the grandkids, this would be great for whipping it up and putting it together for them.
Secret Santa.
Oh, for Secret Santas. Oh, for giving all of your friends Patchworks gift cards. Ooh. Then we have Fat Quarter Shuffle mats. This is a nice little simple mix and match, beginner-friendly placemat setting that you can use with your favorite Fat Stack or Bundle of the Week. Holiday Baubles. I got these because this was one of the best-selling patterns that Checker Distributors had for Christmas, and so I got it. And I meant to initially get this one that you do just on your standard machine, but I had accidentally gotten the machine embroidered holiday baubles, which we have sold and sold and sold and sold. So I continue to carry both versions, even though we don't do anything with machine embroidery. Standing guard. So this is fun with your perfect Christmas. So if you want little kitty cats on top of a stack of presents, super fun. Winter Stars. This is featuring the Winter Friends collection. We do have some of the, it features a layer cake. We have some fat quarter bundles, 2 fat quarter towers left of that line if you were interested. I love this one, Tinsel Tree. So this is where you piece something here and then you're appliquing this on top. And I think that's just really a fun way of attempting to do some stuff with applique. We have some things with the Lala Boutique Berry and Pine. And we also have, we forgot a panel. We have a really amazing panel. And so we keep ordering these different guys in. And we have this fun panel that's like giant. And this is from the Berry and Pine Christmas line. And we have a good price on this right now. Oops, I need to show it to you. Here we go. So, Merry Christmas, darling. It is giant. So you could either do this up as a duvet cover. You could do this as a quilt back. You could have this as the center of a quilt that I'm going to show you in just a second. You could do this as, did I say you could do it as a shower curtain?
Nope.
Shower curtain. We've done these giant panels as shower curtains before. Quilt backs, centers of quilts, duvet covers. Really, really fun. You could also use it as cape. As a cape. So the pattern panel show off, this will make a 58 by 72. It calls for some extra fabric and the amazing panel. So really, really fun to be able to make something super fun and easy. Okay. Next up, we have in our cat world, we have Pammy Jane. We have Catmas cookies. Look at that, little gingerbread cats done up as fun little cuties with peppermint cornerstones. We have little posy wreath from Robin Pickens. And then we get into some tree skirts, okay? So love, love, love the tree skirts, and it's not too late to do a tree skirt. And Carol, here is the link for the jelly roll, okay? So we have a tree skirt star. This is a super nice, easy card pattern, 48 by 48. Starburst, and these were chosen from, there's a combination of ones that I like, but also ones that were on a distributor bestseller list. This has the corner curve template included, and this is a finished tree skirt in 3 sizes, 18, 24, and 48. Really, really nice. Now remember, while it will be a little late to get it on a long arm and quilted for this year, you always want to make sure if you are doing you're quilting a tree skirt on a long arm, you need a square or rectangular back. You cannot put it on a frame with a circle back. Just wanted to say that. Okay. Spinning Star tree skirt. This one's really cool. Love it. Evergreen. This is one of my favorite ones. This is a really nice ample-sized 54 diameter tree skirt from Kim Schaefer. Really beautiful. And then you get also a table runner and a wall hanging pattern in here. Stars from Above, 51 inch. This is a layer cake or fat quarter friendly. And then Gilded is from Krista Mosier, and this is a little bit more ornate, super fun, and this uses her 60-degree diamond ruler. The Quilted Christmas 16 projects from my friend Deb Grogan. You have everything from ornaments to runners. There is a tree skirt in here and quilts, some applique. Super, super fun. Lots of great stuff in here. A Very Merry Quilted Christmas. I love that bag. Love it, love it, love it. This is Annie's Quilting, 11 creative projects. This is only $12.99, which is insane. So that's like $1 a pattern. Home for the Holidays from Sherry and Chelsea. There is a tree skirt in here as well. Christmas Quilting with Wendy Shepard. 9 festive holiday quilts. Our friends at Fabric Cafe have 3-yard Christmas quilts. And then we have your Sew Yourself a Merry Little Christmas with all these super cute paper pieced elements. And there is a tree skirt in here as well. Whew, all the things. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I am just like going and going and going and going with all sorts of stuff. So I know we're going long. So I'm just going to wrap up tonight by sharing some of my favorite holiday gifts that we have in the store. And they would be perfect, 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 even some of them for, I don't know, St. Nick's is happening tomorrow night, I think. Right, not tonight, it's tomorrow night. So you still can come and like buy something to put in your stocking or send someone that you like. Now, or send someone that needs to get something for you. That makes sense?
That likes you.
That likes you, right? I like you too. Anyway, so
Out of control.
out of control. OOC, out of control. So we have some really fun things by our register. We have a variety, and on the website as well. So we have a variety of these super cute little glam pouches. And if you aren't familiar with these have these really nice zippers. They're this vinyl with this fun printing on it. And so we have some that are sewing themed from Kathy Holden. We also have some from the Berry and Pine collection from Lella Boutique. And these are all $8.99 a piece, which is a great, great, great little price for this. They're lined, they're super cute. You can use them for a pencil case, for storing your tools. You can give somebody some fun treats in here. You can
Fill it with strips.
You can fill it with strips. You can have your crazy quilting cash in here, your little stash in there. Also, you know, all sorts of really fun things. All of your Patchworks gift cards you can keep in here. All right. Then we have super cute little nail files. So we have packs of 3, and these are $3.99 each. If you divvy them up among if you're giving gifts, that's $1.33 a piece. So that's a great price. We have some fun socks. So the socks are really, really nice. They are $15 a set, but they're really fun. And if you're looking at the Moda social media today, they were talking all about their socks. And yes, we have a whole bunch of their socks in stock. We have these great little notepads. I just love these notepads. So they are not Post-it notes. They're just little notepads that go into your purse. They have a magnetic snap here. And the fun thing about it is that there's fun little different printed pages for each of the packs. Did you know that, Kathy?
I did not.
Kathy's been working here for a long time, and she did not know that. So if we look at Merry Quilting here, we open this one up, and this has fun little pine tree. And then this one, So This Is Christmas, little poinsettia in there. And then this one says, So Happy. And this is a little thimble. Super, super cute. And I don't know about you, but I love my little office supplies, stationery stuff. There's something about it that I just love, whether I'm at Target or a fancy specialty store or in a gift shop or whatever. I just always got to look at the paper stuff. I'm just crazy that way. Okay, so lots of different fun things. We got in some new stickers. So this one's really fun. This is a Wisconsin State quilt sticker. I think that's pretty cool. This is from Sassafras Lane. Then we have our Hut Girls Have Grandma Hobbies back in stock. This one sold out super quick, so we had to get some more. This is one of my favorite ones. It is You Can Do Big, Brave Things. You can. Fabric Collector. As a shop owner, this should be my favorite sticker. Bleepity bleep, 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 bleep. Can put this one on your sewing machine. Emotional Support Sewing Machine. Quilter. The world may be crazy, but at least there is fabric. Huh, love it. And you can be just like Julie, and you can have your creative, caffeinated, and crafty sticker. We have some fun note cards, a bunch of great quilt labels to either give or keep or whatever, have the whole thing, or you can split them up, okay? So lots of fun options there. And then, because, well, you might have some people on your list who say, what should I get? Well, we put together a couple different baskets for you. And if you think that this is a fun concept and you want us to make up one that would be a little bit more personalized for you, just let us know, because we'd love to set something up for you. So this one here, you know I'm obsessed, right? Obsessed with the tomato pincushion, right? So we put together, wouldn't you just love to get this? Oh my gosh, it's so fun. So in the little tomato container, we have some fun schnibbies, because everybody needs schnibbies. So you have schnibbies, we have a tomato pincushion sticker, we have a really fun tomato pincushion weight, or, I mean, you could use it as a pinhole, but it's a crochet handmade heirloom tomato. It's really cool. Have a fun little sew-in label. We have a tomato red small spool of Aurifil thread. We have a needle minder. And we have this really fun tomato notepad. So this collection here of these amazing things, this would retail, oh, and I have this really fun zipper charm in here that has a rotary cutter and a tomato pin cushion. So this would be $49.99. We are going to be posting this for $44.99. But wait, there's more. If you wanted an upgraded version, then we could add in the tomato pincushion socks, the tomato pincushion Christmas ornament, some amazing green-handled small perfect scissors from Karen K. Buckley, and a Miori tomato red mini organizer basket. These together would be $119.99, but your special price would be $89.99 if you had wanted this collection of tomato prizes. So give us a message, send me a message if that is something you would like. We have very, very, very limited quantities of that. But if you had wanted some other fun package put together where we can just put together some really fun things, let me know. And we can make a great gift bundle for you. All right. So I will make sure, Mary, that that Wisconsin State quilt sticker is there. I will see where that is. We have all sorts of really amazing things. We have our bundle of the week in 2 variations. We have some 12-pack quilts. We have all sorts of amazing patterns. We have the Zootropolis. We have the great pillows. We have some fun kits, all sorts of really great things. Lots of fun things planned. through really through the end of the month. So if you were stuck by the weather or just had other things going on, you're traveling or whatnot, come and visit us. We have rearranged the store a little bit and now have kind of a permanent demo area set up. So whether it is the Zootropolis with an applique demo that you need, if you need to know how to make a 60-degree table runner, if you wanted information on my favorite colors, motor blocks, just let us know. Come on in and we will hook you up with some great information so that we can keep you going on your projects. I'd like to thank you for joining us tonight. Until next time, happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.